as head coach at Cal State Fullerton. One of my favorite people, period, in this business. I would say it whether I was looking at him right now or not. As good a guy as it gets. Went to the NCAA tournament in 2022. Has been to the Big West title game 3 of the last 6 years. And he better not have another year like last year, or else he's going to hear from me. That's all I know. Dedrique Taylor, great to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well. I'm sure you couldn't wait till last season ended in a way so you could kind of figure things out and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Excited to be here with you guys. I appreciate the words. But last year couldn't get over quick enough. It was painful to say the least.
What was when you go into an off season, and let's face it, this isn't like any of the three of us, when we got into this business, obviously me a little bit different than you guys, but 25 years ago or so, it's different. You can flip a roster quickly. That's the beauty of the landscape right now is that, hey, you can change it, which you did. I mean, you have a completely different team than you had a year ago. What was the main objective in putting this group together?
The main objective was obviously character, but work ethic. Guys that are willing to work, and that's the area that I relented on last year with our group. Is when work was needed to have happen, guys weren't willing to do that. And that was on me in terms of the kinds of young men we had in our program, but also relenting and allowing them to go in a different direction as opposed to fighting through what needed to happen, because working obviously is a big part of it. But then also, just winning, the experience of guys winning and understanding what winning looks like. And then also obviously the skill set. But in that particular order, skill set being last, I thought there were three other things that really, really needed to be important before we talked about their skill set. And so far, I think we've hit a home run in that particular area.
Dedrique, can you believe that you and I have both been in the Big West for 13 years now?
No, not even. That's it's wild, crazy.
Man. That's wild. Yeah. And I actually remember you saying exactly what you just said 8-9 years ago. You said, man, this season can't get over, or it couldn't get over quick enough. And then you came back, and that's when you started going on that run 3-4 times out of 6 years to the championship game. And the Titan way, we're used to seeing that with you, and didn't quite see it, last year as we're accustomed to seeing it under your leadership. I think you just kind of talked about what those different eras were and why it was different this past year. But can you talk a little bit more about the areas you attacked? And I would think that last year there was probably a major lack of confidence as the season snowballed. You guys were struggling to score, struggling to hit threes. So what areas have you attacked in the offseason to get back to the Titan way we're used to seeing under you?
Again, I think we have to start with work ethic. That has to be the premium, but also just the ability to shoot the ball. That's something that I think has not been necessarily a prevalent factor, a prevalent component in the Titan way. But I do feel like, we can shoot the ball from a lot of different areas on the floor. Playing faster is something that necessarily is not, I wouldn't say something that I'm excited about, but something that I'm used to. And it's not unique for college basketball, but it is going to be unique for Cal State Fullerton in terms of our pace of play. We're going to try to push the tempo a little bit and obviously guard you, but more so just the skill set of being able to shoot, stopping behind the three or wherever, being able to put the ball in the hole, I think is really, really, or was really important as we put this class together. And it is shown really well for our guys. I mean, they're doing it at a high clip. So I'm anxious to see if we can do that at moving forward and be consistent with our work ethic, but also being able to share the basketball, move the basketball, and put that ball in the hole.
All right, let's talk about your one returning player. Your one guy back, Kendrick DeLuna, 6'10", junior. He started 25 games. Obviously, you're going to rely on him heavily, I assume, this year. And he's going to have to make an even bigger jump. What are we going to see that's maybe different from him that was the case a year ago?
I think the word that you guys just mentioned, I think Richie mentioned it in terms of confidence. Just his ability, when the spring was happening and guys were packing their stuff up and they were moving on, Kendrick was still here. And so he was able to get one-on-one time with us on the floor. He was able to get one-on-one time with us in the weight room or with our weight coach. And I think in the large part over the summer that helped his confidence. Being able to establish who he is on the post, but also allowing him to express himself and get outside on the perimeter, not necessarily to shoot it, but take advantage of his ability to pass and his ability to find guys and his willingness to hit the first open guy. From a confidence standpoint, I've seen it grow leaps and bounds from where he was and what he's experienced the last 2 years. Obviously, is not ideal, but it is experience nonetheless. And we're going to rely on that. And as you mentioned, rely heavily on that as an anchor, knowing what it's like to go into some of the other venues that are in our league, to experience those opportunities and learning how to take advantage of them. And I think with this group, the way they've bonded and the way they've gelled, particularly with him, through him, will be really, really exciting to watch.
All right. I don't want you to give away your scouting report, but you've always had the same spread offense. Well, for many years, you've had a staple offense where you spread the floor. Yeah. You're putting one guy inside and you're attacking, and you put so much pressure. Every team that plays you, every time we go into a shoot around or talk to coaches, when they're looking to play you, they're always scared to death of the pressure you put on them by driving the ball and getting them in foul trouble. And it's something that you've done for the first 12 seasons you've been at Fullerton now. The thing is, though, I remember you saying in year one, 13 years ago, you saying something to the effect of, I want to play fast, faster than fast. And now you're saying something very similar. So are we going to see like some full court pressure on the defensive end as well? Or I don't want to don't give away your scouting report, but you see where I'm getting at. Like, how much faster can you be?
Yeah, we're going to try again to try to play as fast as we can play well. I think the difference though is I held the reins in terms of not allowing them to shoot threes, whereas our version of playing fast moving forward will be, I'm literally telling these guys to put the ball up on the rim as quick as possible, as much as possible. Obviously, we have certain ways that we want to do it and what that looks like, and the ball movement is allowing those things to happen and is creating open looks for us. But that's something that I think you will see from us in our repertoire in terms of being able to shoot the ball and shooting the ball more. The previous years, yes, spacing is really, really important. Spacing will be really, really important for this group. A ball movement will be really important. We'll still play a 4-round-1, but there are times where we'll be 5 out. There's times where our guards are going to post, but we're trying to get up and down the floor without looking like the bad news bears on defense. I don't want to forsake that. I don't want to give that up. I was just having a conversation with one of our assistants, and he's telling me, we need to lean into this offense stuff and do this offensively. I'm like, hey, time out. You do have to stop somebody at some point. But you know what? He referenced, I think Alabama and Florida State played each other last night, and the score was like an NBA score. It was like 109 to 105. And somebody shot 53s. And I just looked at him and I just walked out. And I told him when I came back in his office, if we shoot 53s in the game and we don't make a lot of them, I'm just going to walk out. I'm just going to leave the sideline and just walk home. Forget it.
Hey, speaking of your assistants, I know you officiated one of your assistants, Ryan Ham's wedding this past summer in Kentucky. It was it was something to behold. I heard you did a good job, but you forgot something.
Yeah, I probably forgot a lot actually, but I enjoyed it, man. I just to be a part of that. To me, that's what college basketball was. I don't know that it is that moving forward from a transactional versus transitional or transformational standpoint. But to me, that's one of the more important than these things that are behind me, these championships. That's a championship of life that I was able to be a part of because of the game of basketball, to be able to marry him to his longtime girlfriend and just be a part of that. And like literally, I'm not a guy that loves to admit that I cried, but when he asked me, boy, I was boo-hooing like a mother trucker. I'll tell you that.
All right. Hey, Richie, he's not telling everything, though. He's not telling everything because he did forget something, and he's
What did I
not
forget?
being honest that he forgot his tux.
Oh man, how you know that? That is crazy.
Everything, man.
That is absolutely crazy.
What
Yeah.
did you wear?
I heard he was nervous. Richie, he was sweating.
Yeah.
It was like 90 degrees, but my man here forgot his tux, so he is sweating bullets.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, I was no, not at all. I left the house on a super early flight, and I packed all my stuff up, put it in the car, drove myself to the airport. I'm at the airport, getting ready to get on the shuttle to the airport, and I looked around. I'm like, dang, I'm empty-handed, and then I realized I forgot my suit. I had left my suit upstairs at my house, and thank goodness for my sister working on campus. And it cost me a good amount of money, but we were able to FedEx it the next day. But the thing that was scary was we were in a smaller town on a holiday, so I was a lot nervous. So much so to where I went to Nordstrom's in Cincinnati and just got a whole new setup, and just in case. But thankfully,
Smart move.
it showed up, and I was trying not to tell Ryan. I was trying not to tell his fiance, but somehow, some way, just like you guys, they knew, and I was like, "Dang, gummit, man, that's all this gray hair." Richie, you said when we started 13 years ago, did I imagine it would be like this? But no, I didn't. I didn't imagine losing my hair and my beard being gray. No.
Hey, real, we got about 30 seconds left. Are you going to hand the ball to this freshman from Vashon High School in St. Louis, Mouse Williams? Is he going to be the guy? I know he's in the Under Armour circuit, went a little bit under the radar. How good, and is he going to have the ball?
Man, he is. Yes. It's so funny. I'll tell you a quick story. So when he came on his visit, I actually gave him a basketball, brand new basketball, put his number on it and everything. I said, hey, man, and he wasn't committed at the time. I said, hey, when you come back, bring this basketball with you, because I am literally giving you the keys to the program and the basketball to our program. And so far, so he's been that and some, because as you know, anything about Vashon, they don't do anything but compete. They just play hard. They compete. They fight each other. But I dare you to walk in that gym and try to fight one of them. They will beat your behind. So he has been all of that. Super smart, super high IQ. I'm excited for him. I'm excited for this group. But I think they feed off of each other from that standpoint, in terms of just competing, being who they are, but competing. And so I'm excited and anxious for us to get rocking and rolling. Obviously, tomorrow we scrimmage another team in a closed door scrimmage, so it'll give us a lot of feedback and tell us who we are and where we are.
All right, I'll try to get the box score from somebody from that.
Yeah, I know you will.
Tweet it out, though. I won't tweet it out, I promise, but I may get it.
Only if you win.
Only if you win. There you go. Dedrique Taylor, expecting a bounce back season. Great to see you, my man. And don't forget the suit next time. All right.
Yeah, I'll work on that. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, man. See you soon.
All right.